Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2022 as we continue our Journeyman Glory Hunter run with CURZON ASHTON in the Vanarama National League. I guess I was about to say North, but it's actually just a full-blown league. We did get promoted last season, as you guys know. Things are not going very well for us. Remember how I said we'll go the way that Harker goes? And as good as Harker is, I think we'll be good too. Yeah, let's get into the episode. All right, here we are in game. And as you can see in this bottom left-hand corner down here, Harker has had a torn thigh muscle and has been out for several weeks already, and is going to be out for at least another probably 12 days to 6 weeks. And that happened right after that last episode. So things, as you can probably imagine, have not been going especially great, although they could have been worse, to be fair. But it kind of makes you wonder how good they could have been if he'd been healthy and been around. Let's get into the schedule, and I will show you what I mean. So here's the schedule. We actually have a couple green dots on this thing, so that's cool, right? That's awesome. And if you add up all of the points for us and points against us and all that kind of stuff, we're only down by 1 point. Like, our goal differential is -1 right now, right? Let me double check. Does that say what it says? Did I do math right? It is -1, which means that we're right there. We're in there. The games that we're losing, we're only losing by 1 point. The games we're winning, to be fair, we're only winning by 1 point. We're in there. And we just drew against Torque, who was like I think number 6 team in the league at the time. So pretty good draw for us, all things considered. But we're trying to find our feet, trying to find a formation that will work for us with only one really good striker right now. Although I did go out and pick up another striker, but I'm not necessarily sure that he's definitely not the Harker replacement. So let's go look at the transfers and I'll show you what I mean. I have picked up, I think the last one you guys saw was Robbins, right? So I have picked up a few players. I picked up Langstaff here, who is that backup striker, that extra striker that I brought in, just scrambling to find somebody that was like not terrible. And he does not look like he's super terrible. He's pretty tall. His jumping reach and his heading are not that great. So he's definitely not a direct replacement for Harker. But overall, 26 years old, 3-star. He's an okay player. And there's nothing specifically wrong with him. He's not going to be a Harker player. He's in there to get us somebody who could sub in for Rolt if we need him to, quite frankly. That's basically what he's here for. We then picked up Mert Apat, whatever, from Leighton Orient on loan. Not an exceptionally great player, but I just needed some sort of depth in the central defender role. We only had 2 central defenders, and if either one of them got injured, we'd be completely just out of luck. There's nothing we could do. So I grabbed somebody. I grabbed the first guy I could find, and he comes in here. He's got a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he could be great. Don't know that he's necessarily great right now, but it was somebody. We then brought in Adam Curry here from Altrincham, and he comes in as a central defender. He actually is a halfway decent central defender. In fact, he's been starting for us the last couple of games and doing all right. 6.97, not too bad. Again, kind of grabbed the first guy I could find that I thought could start for us, and he was the one that came along. So had to get what I could, quite frankly. We have just recently picked up Helliwell. Has he played once? He played him once. He came in as a sub for us. That's right. That's all he's done. He's on loan as well from Barnsley. Could be as high as 4-star current ability, high as 5-star potential ability. I mean, he didn't play especially well in the substitute spot that he came in, but we'll take it. But he can definitely play across this entire back line. He can play defensive midfielder, and he can play proper midfielder, and technically could probably swing out here to midfielder on the left if we need him to. So he comes in from a loan. We can actually have up to 5 loans in this league. So I'm probably going to keep my eyes open for a few more if we can, but I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something. And as you could probably imagine, with Harker going down, I kind of just, I don't know. I don't know what we can depend on. Last game you guys saw was the Solihull Moore game. We then went up against Stockport. Nothing to say here. 0-0. This is the game that Harker got injured in, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. Ebbsfleet, we actually lost by 1 goal. I mean, how do you put up 4 goals and still lose? It's so crazy. That's you do that because you have no defense, and we had no defense yet. We had not quite gotten those new defenders in here yet at this point in time. But Bradley Rope picking up a goal, Cornez picking up a goal, Mariah Welsh picking up a goal. They had apparently a player that picked up an own goal. I'll be honest, I simmed this game because I was like kind of devastated by the Harker loss. So I was like, whatever, I'll sim this game and see how close we get. And I was like, okay, we're within one goal. Maybe I will play this out. So I've actually played these other games, but this one I just was like, whatever, I simmed. That's why I didn't know about the own goal. But they picked up 5 goals total, and one of them was a penalty. We could have drawn that game just as easily. We then went up against Southend, and we had a goal from Armstrong, a goal from Murumbetsi, a goal from Rolt, and a goal from Ramshaw late that got us the lead there. We were able to, again, we still didn't quite have our defenders in. Keep that in mind. And so they were able to give it a couple goals late. But we were able to hold on to that 4. Well, effectively, it was a 4-1 lead. Giving up a couple goals late was not great. Hey, good job to Carr getting a hat trick, but that was what it was. Actually, you know what? I just realized I think I simmed this game too. I simmed this one. I was like, well, maybe. And then I simmed this one. And as soon as we won, I was that's when I started watching the games from that point forward. That's right. Now I remember. We also changed formations, by the way. I will show you that here in just a second, but we have changed formations a couple times. Playing around with a couple different formations, trying to figure out what the best one would be for us. Not 100% sure that we're settled on one, but the 2 formations I'm playing around with right now are so close that I don't know if it matters that much, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. We did go up against Boreham Wood, who is a team that we played last season in the Vanarama National North, and we beat them 2-1 with a goal from Thomas and a goal from new goalkeeper, or goal striker, Linkstaff. I think he came in on the substitute on that one, if I remember correctly, and was able to pick up a goal, which was great to get us the win. Awesome stuff. We then went up against FC Halifax here. I felt like we lost a player to FC Halifax at one point. Maybe not. They went up earlier in the game. We just couldn't ever get anything back. Well, we didn't let them get anything else either. So take it for what you will. I mean, it was disappointing to lose, but we didn't get blown away. So that tells you something maybe. And then we went up against Torquay, who again was number 6 in the league. Been playing really, really well. We were supposed to lose this game away from home, and we drew it. Our defenders were just lights out. You can see Curry here, new guy Curry, 7.5. Grant showed up with a 7.3. Rowe on the right-hand side, 7.1. Armstrong on the left, 7.5. Goalkeeper, 7.6. Our defense was the team. Played just absolutely amazing in this game. We just didn't have much offense, unfortunately. So today we're playing a televised game against Chesterfield, who is currently 8th. It is a home game for us. Hopefully we have a chance to do something here. Ollie Ewing is currently suspended. Rob Harker, of course, still out injured. And yeah, so here is the formation we have been, well, okay, this one, and then effectively, well, I don't have it here, but because I think I just swapped around. We were playing a 4-3-3, but with defensive midfielder and wide attacker. Basically, we were just playing this. If I moved these 2 guys up, we were playing that. Which that is our other formation we were playing around with. Thomas is a little bit better back here, so we are going to probably stick with this for now. I say better. He's actually about the same. It's really not that much difference between the 2. It's really hard to say which one is going to be ultimately better for us. Quite frankly, I might just duplicate this. Can I duplicate it? I thought you could for some reason. I kind of want to duplicate this so I could like just have one that's got them pushed up. I mean, I guess I could make a new one, but for like teams that we think we can beat, I think we can be a little more aggressive, push the guys up a little bit further. For teams that we want to be a little more defensive, I think we just stay with this formation. So really not much difference. And of course, the biggest reason we're doing this is because we've only got one halfway decent striker right now. And that is him. And actually, you know what? I'll leave you as a deep line forward because that was the striker preferred for this formation. And I think you'll actually be okay with it. So we'll see. I don't know. This has been a rough year, guys. I did just apply to a job and they wanted me. At least they said they did. But they couldn't pay off my current contract. I reached out to the board. I was like, please, come on, let me go. Let me go to this team. And it was a team that we're currently, I think Vanarama National League is like 90th in the world, around there in the 90s. The league I was going to was in the 50s. So, pretty big step up in overall reputation. And they said no, but I did out of that convince them to let us go professional. So Maybe by being able to train better, we can get some of our guys to, kind of advance better and can progress better. Maybe that'll help us out. I honestly don't know. It may just end up costing us too much money for it to be worth it. But yeah, so there you go. I'll keep my eyes open for other jobs, but if our team won't let us go, or if teams don't want to pay off the contract, then not a lot we can do about it. Let's get into this game. Let's see if we can do anything against Chesterfield here. Going into this game, genuinely do not know what to expect from this game. I expect it to be close, maybe, based on what we've seen so far. But beyond that, I don't know. Until we get into some sort of rhythm, I really don't know what to say, because it's just been disappointing to see Harker go out injured like that. And we knew it was going to be hard enough this season as it was, I don't know. So we'll see. Chesterfield currently not the greatest form, to be honest. I mean, they've bookended their last 5 games with wins, but they did have a loss in there as well. They're currently ranked 8th. They're only, 6 points ahead of us. So not like drastically ahead of us, and only a 3-point goal differential. So they're only 4 points higher than us on goal differential overall. So not necessarily, I don't think this is an insurmountable game, especially since it's a home game, but we'll see. Hey, if nothing else, maybe we'll get some money from it. Maybe the fans showed up because it's televised. They knew it was going to be a good team that we'd be playing against. Here comes a corner kick. Normally, I would say this is almost automatic. Maybe not almost automatic, but I think we were like 39% on corners or something like that. So like almost 50-50 when we had Harker in there. Now we don't. So who knows what the percentage is now. I mean, 20% probably, if even. Yeah, pretty sad to see that, but what are you going to do? I mean, I don't know. It happens, right? It happens. Just so anybody else. And that sounds so uncaring towards my pixelated, fake people on the field here, but anybody else, and I probably would have been okay. Oh, Mariah, whoa, what was that, dude? You got to score those, my friend. You got to score those. No excuse for missing something right there, point blank range. Oh man, I don't know what I expected out of this season, but not Harker getting injured third game. I don't know. Man, what could have been? I mean, he'll be back. He'll be back. Don't get me wrong, but it hurts. Rowe pushing the ball up here. Gonna get it over to Ramshaw. Over to Thomas. Thomas getting it back to Rowe. Up to Thomas. Thomas is going to have somebody in the middle. He's going to have Rolt in the middle. Is he going to be able to get it to him? He's not. He's going to get it over to Ramshaw. Ramshaw is going to get it back to Helliwell, who went for goal on target. Credit where credit's due. It was on target. Goalkeeper had to make a move. There's Mariah Welsh. Gets it across to nobody because he was offsides. Come on, guys. We've got to win one of these, right? We've got to win one of these home games. Rolt's there. Oh, and a goal from Rolt. His 4th goal of the season. Oh, buddy, thank you for being here. And we know you're such a good player. I know I give Harker all the kudos, but I can't deny the fact that you scored, almost 30 goals last season, which is outstanding from a striker. Oh, so good. So good there. Thank you. Please keep that up, Rolt. Please keep that up. We need more of that. 6 more weeks of that at least, probably, because I can't imagine Harker's going to come back fully fit for quite a while. All right, throw-in coming in from Rowe. Gets it into Thomas. Thomas over to Ramshaw. Ramshaw across. Mariah Welsh is there. Not able to get on that one. He's just not been playing well for us. Armstrong to Halliwell. Ramshaw with the ball. Back over to Cornice. Armstrong up to Rolt. Rolt back to, I don't know who that was, Ramshaw. Halliwell up to Mariah Welsh. Not able to get to him. Halliwell able to come up with it. Armstrong now with the ball. Rolt over to Ramshaw. Up to Thomas. Thomas. Oh, that should have been a goal. Oh, don't you love it? And I think I've mentioned this before. You have a goal. There's what? How many feet wide is that thing? I mean, it looks like it's got to be at least 9 or 10 feet wide. It may be more. I honestly don't know the dimensions of the goal. You guys probably do. But I, like I said before, I don't follow soccer/football in my regular life. Just what I see here. And it doesn't tell you the width there. But anyway, let's just say 9 or 10 feet at least. And you've got a post that is like 6 inches wide. It seems like it is so much easier to miss the post and make a goal than hit the post. And yet the post ones are the ones you remember, right? Oh, it's so funny. Things are going well. Let's keep it up, guys. Come on. Keep it up. Couple yellow cards, nothing super great. We get another one, we have to tell him to calm down a little bit. Come on, guys. No, 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 no. Oh, my goodness. That was a pretty good score. That was a pretty good score. I mean, that was like a three-pointer, you know, from basketball. Outside, you know, he's off the line. He's like 4 feet behind the three-point line. And you're like, oh, he's not going to shoot. And he does. Swish. Come on, guys. I don't want to draw. I want a win here. A draw just feels... I don't know. I feel like we need to win the home games. But maybe a draw is going to be good enough because right now we're down, guys. Come on. I mean, Chesterfield's a good team. So I can't say that the result as it stands is surprising. You know, but disappointing. All right. Let's... Man, what do we do? Rowe is playing pretty poorly. Let's bring Helliwell back and Prosser into here. I'm actually going to go ahead and demand more now. See if I can fire him up a little bit. It just feels like such a different team than we had last year. We're playing counter. We're playing... Oh, no, actually, we're playing positive right now. We have been playing counter in some of the other games. But we're playing a lot more, like... I just don't feel like we're being as aggressive as we have been in the past. But I guess positive. I guess we are being relatively aggressive. I forgot we changed that before this game. I'm going to grab Granite here, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. When you have your best player out, like, what do you do? I mean, you build your entire team about helping him out, making him a target man, you know, whatever. And we just had to completely change everything. If we had another... If it was Rolt... this is going to sound bad. If it was Rolt, we would have just stuck with the plan, 4-4-2. I would have gotten a different striker in here to support Harker, and we would have been fine. You know, and again, I know I said this earlier. Any other player, we make adjustments. Whatever. Stick with the plan, make adjustments. Harker's still in there, no big deal. And we've had to completely change everything, just about. Going with a single striker, try to be more defensive, all the things. I mean, some of that also, the being more defensive, goes back to the fact that we don't have, up until recently, we haven't really had a good, strong defensive line. And we still don't necessarily have a strong one. We have a probably acceptable one now compared to what we started with, but still I wouldn't say necessarily strong. Both our strikers are being, or both our defenders are being pretty poor. I mean, I don't know if that's going to help us score a goal, but at least not make sure we don't give up another one. Corner kick coming across for Chesterfield. Cleared out, but only as far as their player. Come on, guys. Oh, man. This can be our first game that we lose by more than 1 point. It appears that way. Oh, man. CURZON ASHTON. Don't want to get stuck here. Far from place, I'll say that for sure. I think that's fair. I mean, we're only 3 points clear of relegation, to be fair, but we are in this mix. It's not like we're doing absolutely terribly, although there's a lot of games, the people that have games in hand. So maybe that we actually will drop down here in a minute. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll be honest. I mean, I went into this season with a certain thought and a mindset. We lost 5 good players, and then we've lost Harker. So it's just really thrown. This is a completely different team. I'm playing for a completely different team, or I'm managing a completely different team, and it's not like a step up better than like I wanted it to be. I don't know. We'll keep at it. We'll keep hammering away. I think we can avoid relegation. I do think we can still avoid relegation, but I don't know if we're going to make enough of a emphasis on overall things to allow me to move up to a different team next year. I don't know. So we'll keep at it, but we'll be right back for the Woking game in just a moment. All right, we're back for game number 2 against Woking here, and boys not fully fit yet, but we'll play it out, see what we can do. Not a lot of green over here. Not a lot of green like I'm used to from last season, but I guess some of that is to be expected. Plus, we got so many new players. But here's the team we're bringing today. We got Renshaw in goal, Armstrong on the left, Rowe on the right, Curry and Granite playing the central defender roles. Ewing comes in here as the ball-winning midfielder in the defensive midfielder spot. Mariah Welsh, inverted winger on the left, Thomas on the right, Cornice and Ramshaw in the midfield, and lone striker Rolt up front. He played a little bit better the last game, so I'm going to stick him, keep him on the DLF, see if he turns things around. We'll find out. But we'll stick with it for now and go from there. Darlington, apparently, as a goalkeeper, is coming in just as a backup goalkeeper, obviously. All right, come on, guys. Let's get a result. I mean, honestly, a draw here, get some points, get a point, I guess. Something out of this episode. Probably pretty acceptable. Well, out of nothing so far. Okay. I mean, a 0-0 is a draw. I guess we'll take it. Okay, there we go. McGuire drew. Oh, over the bar. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, we made it to halftime. If we can do that for 45 more minutes, then honestly, not too bad. I will probably take a draw in this episode just to get something. If we can just not get completely blown out between now and the time that Harker comes back, we might have a chance to turn something around and at least make a little bit of a result towards the end. Mariah Welsh picking up an injury, unfortunately. We are going to move Cornice over and bring us a midfielder in here. That Murombedzi. I have to learn how to say your name, my friend. Free kick coming in. Come on, guys. Defend this. Oh, not like that. Not like that. Demand some more from the boys. All right. Come on, guys. Come on. Man, Thomas is exhausted right now. We don't really have anybody else that can come over there. I mean, we can bring Ramshaw over, I suppose. Maybe Halliwell in here. Not great. But I mean, guys are tired. Guys are yellow cards, whatever. Does make this a bit hard. We are going to push up to a positive mentality. See if we can get this goal back. Corness is playing pretty poorly. No, we'll bring Langstaff in. We know he's a pretty decent player. So we'll bring him in here. See if he can do anything. Can we push him up? Does it give him? Yeah, it helps him out quite a bit. We'll do that. Give him a chance to do something, hopefully. We may push up to attacking here in a moment. We will go ahead and do that. Gotta get this goal back, guys. Come on. Does not look like that's gonna happen. Man, back-to-back losses in this episode. Not great. I mean, they weren't crazy blowouts. I mean, the last game, obviously, we lost by 2 goals, but the second goal came, or the third goal, technically, the second goal of the differential came pretty late. So, I mean, we're right there. We're flirting with, interestingly enough, we are flirting with relegation only ahead on goal differential to our former affiliate team here in Oldham. Pretty funny to see that. Well, I mean, that is what it is. That's an episode, I guess, but I mean, what do we do? What do we do? I think we'll come back for Bromley and Bath, pair of home games here at the end. Give us a chance to play a few games. Let's see, that's what, 3 or 4 weeks between now and then? Actually, it's going to be about almost 5 weeks before we get to Bath itself. It's a slim chance we get Harker back, but not holding my breath about that one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll keep my eyes open. Hey, if I get another job, I'll let you guys know that as well. But until then, we'll be right back. We'll be back, I guess I should say, next episode for Bromley Bath. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.